How's your day going? Every day you can be writing a story. You are writing a story. And in this story, are you a warning or are you an example? I wrote up this video today about this topic because I was speaking this morning with somebody about just this. And we can live our lives where we are either small and stuck and safe, and where we don't do any living, where we just stay in our, I don't like this word, comfort zone, but that's the truth, meaning we're playing small, we're repeating patterns, we're being a victim to the past. We're doing all the same things that we've done over and over again. And we can choose to be that, or we can choose the path of evolution. And the path of evolution is really what's going on now in our world. I mean, we are really evolving as a species in consciousness. And so we can show up every day and we can show up for our vision. We can show up for our healing and we can show up for our business, being the person that we are becoming, being real, being authentic, being genuine. And we have to work on ourselves every single day to do this. And one of my favorite things is journaling. This is something that I do every single day. It's what I call a non-negotiable. And I don't think enough people spend time with themselves alone, taking care of themselves, making themselves a priority. And what I love about my journaling is it helps me to reflect on the day before and what I want to bring to life in my current state, in the present moment. And so this is something that I do every single day. I take time, and this is just one example. And I think maybe I'm going to leave you with just one example today about how you can be an example. And every day I'll bring you another example of being an example versus making excuses. Because in my title today, I wrote, you can be the example or you can make excuses all day long. And I've made excuses. We all are in that space sometimes. We've all been in a space maybe where we think that we have to be perfect, or we also feel like I am a victim of things, of circumstances, of life. I've been in that place too. But we can instead reframe or choose again, choose differently, to stop making excuses, to stop warning people to don't do this, don't do that, be afraid to live and try something new. We can say all that stuff, or we can choose again. And we can decide to go out and live our life as an authentic, real person, making different choices, doing something in a way that causes us maybe to have a little anxiety, a little trepidation, a little fear. And what do? We do it anyway. We go after it anyway. We stop playing small. We stop being stuck. We stop in that self-pity. Oh, poor me, poor me. And we actually do something different. And this is where intuition comes into play. And we do not, as a society, as a world, we do not pay attention to our intuition, you all. We don't. It's been pushed down, suppressed, oppressed. We don't believe in it. We don't think we hear what we're hearing correctly. This is one of the key components of life, you all. And we have either dumbed it down, completely shut it off, or decided I'm not hearing things correctly. We don't believe in it. And actually, this is such a farce. It's a lie. It's an untruth we tell ourselves. And if you started journaling, that's my one big tip today. If you started to take just a little time each day to write down your feelings, to write down what your day was like the day before, to write down the synchronicities. There are no coincidences in life, you all. There are none. Everything is synchronicity. Everything is happening for you for a reason. And we have to start seeing that and connecting the dots, connecting those dots that show me, oh, I'm supposed to go this way and not this way. And I might veer off this way, and that's okay. But let me get back on track and let me start listening and following where I'm supposed to be going, because that's when life gets really fun. And that's when life gets a little bit easier. And we don't have to sit in the doldrums, in the drudgery, in the grief. Sometimes we're going to be in grief. We don't have to sit in all that all day, every single day. And sometimes it takes just a little baby step, let's say like journaling, to actually get in tune with who you are and where you want to go, to be that real, authentic, genuine person living your truth, living the way that you want to be, an example and not a warning. And those excuses happen to all of us. And we can make excuses all day long, but we're never going to get to the destination that we want to go if we keep making excuses. And I love what I wrote here about being the one who doesn't just talk about the potential. We all have potential, you all. We all have it. But we embody the potential. We embody it. And this doesn't happen overnight. This does not happen overnight. It's a daily process. It's all about process and progress, not perfection. And so be the one who people look at and they say, because she did it or he did it, I can do it. This is how I live my life. This is a mantra I do, you all. And then that's what a leader does. A leader is leading by example. And I had a great conversation this morning with this man, and we were at coffee meeting because I want to do a professional speaking gig for the chamber. And we were talking about how this leading by example is so critical and so crucial, especially for our children, because our children are watching us. And they are watching us when we go do things that are pushing our edge, or when we are stepping into a space that maybe makes us uncomfortable. But we're doing it anyway. And that's what I think truly living is about. And those are the people, honestly, that I love to watch and be around and surround myself with. And those are the people that I know are truly living. They're setting goals. And sometimes I don't like that word goals, but I know that's a buzzword and a popular word. But they're setting goals. They're doing things differently because they don't want to stay where they are. They want to grow, change. And those are my kind of people. Those are people that I love to be around because they're going to teach me something new. And if I journal about it then and I say, oh, this woman or this man is doing this really cool thing, I'd love to do that someday. What does it do? It sparks something within me to maybe go after and do that. And so that is my message today. I hope you will think about being that example, or what it would look like if you just stay warning your whole life. If you just are just saying to people, oh, don't try that, don't do that. I don't want to be that person who's a warning for others. I want to be the person that says, heck yeah, go do it. Heck yeah, go follow your dreams. Heck yeah, go make a difference in the world. Go be what you want to be. Why did you come here? Go after it. Stop pausing and step into the fire, because I'm a firewalk instructor. I like to say that. Step into the fire. Go after it. Go from point A to point B, because you know you will be a changed person when you get to the other side. And sometimes you're looking back at those people that have decided not to go after or walk across the bridge or walk across the fire. But if you do it, you will begin to feel more confidence. Your self-esteem will grow. Your self-worth will grow. Your belief in yourself will grow. And you will be an example. You will be showing other people that you can do it. They can do it. This is how our world changes, you all. This is really how our world changes, you all. And that doesn't mean you don't get to feel when you're discouraged, or you don't get to feel when you're disappointed, or your path veered over here and you didn't make it to your point B yet, but that's okay. That is okay. You can go back and get back on track if that's what you really want, if that's what your soul is calling you to do. But I know that I may be an example type of person. And I think it's really imperative nowadays to remember that if you want to build your business, and if you want to build being that example, you got to do the work, you all. You got to put in the work, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes a day to hours a day, whatever it looks like, whatever you can do and fit into your schedule, start somewhere. And if you have to start small, you have to start small. It is what it is. I started small. I started meditating just 5 or 10 minutes a day, and that took me time to get to an hour a day, but I just built it gradually over time. And that's laying the foundation. Journaling is laying the foundation for you to evolve. And more younger people are learning this stuff now and saying, hey, I don't want to build my business where I'm go, go, go 100 miles an hour every single day. They are realizing the value of connections and relationships, and that being on the technology all day, every day isn't going to work for them for the next 60 years. So what do you want to be? I'm going to challenge you. What do you want to be today? Do you want to be the example, or do you want to be the warning in life? Do you want to go and leave your legacy as somebody who was always growing and shifting and being a better, more authentic, genuine person? Or do you just want to be one of these people? And I have these people in my life, you all, where they just don't use their gifts and they don't use their talents and they're doing nothing. And I've heard this a lot from people, that they just sit at home, they're not giving away anything. And so they live a pretty humdrum kind of life of desperation. And that's not a way to live. That's not truly a way to live. And we only have so many years here in each lifetime. And I prefer to be expansive in my life versus being really, I don't know what a good opposite word for that would be, but I just know that my life continues and I continue to expand and grow. And that's the kind of people that I mentor. And those are the kind of people that I love mentoring. And if you're interested in learning more about my mentorship, you can go to Melissa at reclaimrebuildrestore.com. And that's about reclaiming your power, rebuilding your intuition, and restoring grace to your life. And so I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope if there are any mothers out there, you have a fabulous Mother's Day weekend. I'm a mom. I'm going to celebrate with my children. And I will look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Have a super duper great day.